Welcome to Hightower Stitching. This is Stephanie. This is video 289, and I called it a quilted patch of 16 posies in a 25-inch square. This is from McCall's Quarterly, March, April 2019, page 30. The skills are stitch and flip and bands, working with bands. And I wanted to do something smaller. And then I wanted to have an example to use to talk about the bands, because in one of the projects I just did, the red, white, and blue quilt, it had only 9 setting blocks, and they were red, and they really showed up. And I realized that I haven't done anything with the bands to help you have an idea of how to get those to look just right. If you have a bunch of them in the quilt, they don't, that any ones with errors sort of disappear, but I had 9 red ones and I wanted those to look good. Okay, and that said, this is the picture from the magazine, and you can see there are 16 posies. There's 4 in a row, and you can see her color choices, like the purples, the roses, the orange, and you'll see that mine are a little bit different than that. But it is really neat. It's small pieces, and I did it on the sewing machine, but it can be done. And this would be a great one to have these little flowers if you wanted to decorate something else or make a bag or even a pillow. That said, I want to show you the work in progress. It's very small. It's kind of nice. And I went with just any color that I liked pretty much. And you do repeated, like you might choose one that's one of your bright ones and do 3 of those, but then do 2 with the others. And then you might have that little odd guy. Then you just do 1 flower in there. And this is one component. You make this flower. Once you get that made, then you start working on your bands and get those ready, because there is a band that goes between the rows, but before that, there's a little band that goes between the flowers. Okay, and that said, what you'd start with, get this up here so we can see it. I might go across this time. We got, you're going to need 4 of your fabric color, your flowered or your print or solid that you want to use. And you want to make those 2 3/4 inch. This is for 1 flower. All right. All right, then you're going to need, these are your little pieces, and these are 1 1/4 inch, each of those. And this setup is important because this is the way every one of your blocks is going to be in that 1 flower. You're going to have a gold, which is your center, which you can see right there. It's going to be right there. And then across from each other are the 2 greens. And because I've got them sewed together, it's hard to see those, but that's where they need to be when you do it. And then this top one is going to be whatever your background color is. Like I used a cream, and it's 1 1/4. And you can see him easy right there in the corner. And there's your gold, and there's your greens. And all you do is every one of your flowers, you always put your add-on pieces like that. And so then it would look like this. And I have my stitch and flip lines. So what I did was I started with the white, but you could start with the gold and take every one of your flowers and put the gold down in that corner. Then you'd know that the white wasn't on the other side, so you could just stitch all of those onto there. And then finally you cut, the last part would be your green. And if you, after you stitch it, then you come out here and you cut it, And you may go a little bit lower than 1/4 of an inch, but you really have to be really careful on this, because when you press it, you can tell whether they're, how close they are to being exactly, you know, just right on. Well, the thing is, I discovered I got so worried about those parts that, and after I got started, and then when I started looking at them, they all sort of looked a little different, but when you put them together, they all look the same. So that's kind of strange, but it's kind of nice. But that's the thing about when you quilt, because sometimes I've told you that I will look at something and I'll start cutting the edges, you know, shaping it up. And that's the worst thing I could do, because in quilting, the material goes together so often in ways that surprise you. It's amazing. So now we've got the flowers, and we get all of the flowers made. And then we're going to go to the sashing that goes between and up and down. And so here's the first piece of sashing that comes along. And this one is your bands. These are 2-inch. So it's, my hands are not even in there. It's not in the picture. Let me back up. Okay. And so you have a 2-inch strip, and they do width of fabric, and then whatever your color is going to be, and I chose this green, and then a 2-inch at the bottom, and sew those together. And I think on these, oh, I was just moving sort of quick, so I just let those fold out or fold, and it's not going to matter whichever way that it wants to go. Or you can open the seam, which I think would look better than this. And for this project, you would need to do 2 sets. You would have to have 2 of these that are width of the fabric. And one of the things is, with the fabric, you know, being 40 to 42 inches is pretty long. And that's when I find that you start getting off in your stitching. And so if you see that your strips, your bands sewed together don't look quite right, then take and cut it in half at the beginning when you've got the pieces not sewed together yet, and do those short strips. That really is a nice way to do that. So this would give us 1 set of bands, which are used, if you look right here, you can see that would be the band that goes up there. And it looks like this. And the neat thing about it is, it's going to fit right in there with your green. And you're already going to have it done. So I got my flowers, and then I sewed in those pieces. There's only 3 in there. And then I went on. Okay, let's see. So I had 2 samples I cut. And these are cut 2 inches. When you get done, you cut them at 2. Then you have 1 more set of bands. And these go in the outside border. And you can see that it's different. It's got a 2-inch green at the top, and then a 5-inch cream or background color. And here again, you make 2 sets of the width of fabric. Now you'll have some pieces left on both of these when you get finished, and just so you know that, don't panic. And when you cut this one, you cut it at 2 inches, and it's got the big piece green on the top and on both of those. Okay, then once we get the bands done and you get ready to put those on, the ones that go up and down in the rows, you just use those. But in addition to what you have, you're going to need 2-inch squares, 10 of them, that are your background color. And you're going to need 2-inch by 3.5-inch rectangle. You'll need 4 of those, because these are going to be added to your outside edge. And then the last thing is a 2x2 and in this green, which was my green color, and it needs to be 7. Let me lower that a little bit there so you can see. And then that gives us everything that we need to work on the front of the quilt. Now what I want to do is look at the bands that go across. And what you want to do when you get ready to do the outside, you want to take in, do the sides first, and then you do the top. And what you'll find is, like this one, remember we talked about there were going to be some smaller pieces that you're going to cut, like 7 2x2s, 2-inch squares. And then you were going to have white ones, 2-inch squares. All right, so there would be my white one, and there would be my green one on this start. But you could also just go ahead and start with your strip. I see that now. And you stitch those two together. And then what I do, the first one's not the trick, not too tricky, because you have some space in there. And also, if your fabric, depending on the way you've cut it, can have some stretch in it too. But take and sew those together and then flip it back. And the first one, that's what I was saying, is kind of easy because you have room to move this one around to pull it in and get it better. Because what you want is your green to hit right here. So when you look at what you've cut, your bands, see how close it is. And like this one looks like it's a little, that looks a little more like 1/4 of an inch. All right, and I can even just fold this back and finger press it. And I know that's what I'm going to need. So I can take my white and add it on it, except you put them right sides together. And then stitch it on that crease line that you made back there. And that's one of the things that I was going to tell you, because it's amazing how much what a difference that makes, because sometimes these aren't all exactly the same. And so as I look down here, let's see if I can pull it up together. There it is. So as I look down here at the next one, I see, well, that's kind of tight. So I'm going to take and make it a little less than 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to take and sew my next band onto that by putting those together. You know, flip that up and then stitch across that stitch and go. And you say, well, that's tedious. Well, it depends what your goal is. If your fabric's not going to show up too much, or if you're in a hurry, or if it's a project that you know you're going to really, that these colors aren't going to make that big a difference, because look at how much there is in here. And see, the same thing happened with some of those bands going across. Even though I pre-made all those that were going to go between the flowers, I've turned this sideways, and this goes up and down. Every once in a while, when I look at them, I'd say, and I can even see where I took out the stitches because I needed something that looked a little bit different. And but there are so many of these in there that I just went ahead and used all of those. Now, when I get ready to finish the sides, though, and the top, I'm going to come back and I'm going to pay attention and probably be doing these a piece at a time instead of sewing the whole thing together. But you can do that, too. You can sew this whole strip together and then start putting it on there. And if it doesn't fit right, you can either let it in or take it out. And that's just a matter of what you'd like to do. And after you do a couple of them, you say, oh, I'm doing pretty good. These are fitting. and just keep going. Or you can say, I think I'm going to do these a piece at a time and add them so that they fit right. So this is a cute project, and it's so much fun to go back there and look at the materials that you have in your stash. And I'm going to be ready to get that one finished. I did want to go back and share, well, the other thing that I did during the week. I had things that I had to do, but I had little blocks of time. And I went back and I said, what's a quilt that I really like, I would enjoy, and just go back to. And I want to go back and I'm going to show you how far I got. And it was on 286. And you'll remember it when you see the block. This is my start of my next 286 project. And it was so much fun because I just made 2 blocks of most of the colors. And then some I made because I just liked the color combination, and there's only one. But the fun thing is, one is kind of tedious, one block. But when you have 2 sets that you want, that 2 of that same color you're going to put together, it really works out well. And if this is the one, I've just popped this up here to remind you how it looked. It's that very old-fashioned look. And then what I did, I had plenty of time in the week to work on it, as I worked on it 2 patches at a time, 2 blocks at a time. So I actually went ahead and let it grow to be 4 by 5 instead of 4 by 4. And so that was fun. And I thought, oh, I could keep going. And I said, oh no, wait a minute. You're getting up there in that big project time. And I just wanted a little throw. But this is Stephanie at Hightower Stitching. I hope you'll try this flower. It is so neat. And then work on your bands and get those to look like like they fit, like they really fit. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I can keep on going, although I'm going to keep on going anyway. But thank you for watching.